Hey team, so I came across the listing that isn't on Amazon, so I'm going to teach you how to create a new listing from scratch. Um, so this is the item right here. First of all, we obviously want to. It's Walmart's the supplier, so we want to make sure it's actually sold by Walmart. Because remember, on Walmart as a supplier, we cannot use third-party sellers because Ecom cannot keep track of the inventory on that. But I'm going to go ahead and show you how to list an item from scratch. So what I did, I don't actually have Amazon pulled up, so let me pull it up here. So I searched for the title in Amazon, and obviously we don't see it pull up. Looks like some similar items maybe, but it's definitely not the same item. You could also search by model number. So we'll search by model number here real quick. And actually, there it is right there. But I'm going to go ahead and show you how to list this item. Because I didn't actually find it. I normally wouldn't list this item from scratch because I did search by the model number and I got it pulled up there, so it looks like there's multiple different listings. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to show you how to list this product from scratch, just so you know how to do it. So let's just say we searched by the title and nothing popped up. So, say we searched by the model number and nothing popped up, and we're going to be listing this item from scratch. This is the process on how to do it. Let's get back here. Actually, I'll go to Amazon, inventory, add a product. Then what you do is you hit create a new listing. And then up here, you can search for your product's category by typing in table tennis. It should pop up the correct category. So you obviously just go in here, find the correct one, tables. So you could probably list it in a number one of these, tabletop, table tennis. You could probably, there's a couple different ones that we could list it in. I'm going to go ahead and just list it in tabletop table tennis and get rocking and rolling here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this title. It may not be exactly what I use because I'm going to show you Merchant Words on how to create a great title. This is Merchant Words. Obviously, you need to be logged in, but this is table tennis. So I'm just going to kind of see what items you look like. So this is the estimated monthly search volume. So this is how many times people are searching for the term table tennis each month. So, and then it kind of gives you a breakdown of a bunch of different things and how much they search for. So you can kind of use keywords to put in your title, because obviously the more keywords that you have in the title, the more opportunity there is to get a hit when somebody's searching for that item on Amazon. But let's see if we can go back to the title here. So East Point Sports. I don't necessarily know if we need to have East Point Sports in there, because I don't know if no one's probably just typing that in. We'll see if that's actually a search. So yeah, nobody's even typing in East Point Sports. So we're going to just eliminate that altogether. Sorry, let me pull my calculator up here. We're going to eliminate that because that's actually going to be the manufacturer. I'm going to put that as the brand name too. In Walmart, it says generic, but I think they sometimes put that in there when the actual manufacturer is in the title. So I'm not going to put generic in there. I'm just going to go ahead and put East Point Sports because I know that they're the one who makes it. The East Point, you know, it's telling you right there, the East Point, that's the name of the company is what it is. Yep, East Point Sports. Fulton Store. So I don't even know. We can search for Fulton Store just to see if that's in there. But I don't even know if people are searching for Fulton Store. They might just be searching for portable table tennis. Yeah, see, they're not even searching for Fulton Store. So I'm not even going to put that in there. Basically, what I'm going to put in here is, let's see, I saw that portable was being used. So we'll just go back to the general term of table tennis and run through some of these terms here. It's not ball. So we're looking for something that's kind of equivalent to Fulton Store since we're not using that because we want people to know that obviously they can fold it up and store it, but nobody's actually searching for Fulton Store. Table tennis table. Yeah, so right here, portable table tennis is getting 4,600 search results. Portable tennis table, table tennis. So actually, it's looking like portable tennis table is getting searched for more than table tennis. So we're going to put that in the title, portable tennis table. Oh, these tabs open. I keep forgetting which one I'm opening. Portable. So portable tennis table is what we want. We'll see if there's any keywords in the reassembled, no assembly, powder coat, and rust frame. Just seeing if there's any keywords in here that can help us kind of create a good title. Sometimes you got to be pretty creative when doing this, but you know, once again, it's gonna pay off when you're actually when you actually list this item because people are gonna find it easier. All right. Table tennis. Well, I shouldn't have used that. Table tennis with accessories. Table tennis accessories. Alright, so portable table tennis with accessories. So it looks like it's tournament size. So people might be typing tournament size in here. We'll try tournament table tennis. There we go. Tournament table tennis. Alright. So portable tournament size. So portable tournament size table tennis, or tennis table with accessories. See if there's any other keywords in here. Let's see if laminated is in there. Laminated top. Nope, doesn't look like laminate is in there. Pre-assembled, powder coated, sturdy steel frame. Let's try this. Oops. Steel frame. Nothing. Nothing. Let's see if there's any other thing. What about East Point table tennis? Looks like there's some other ones. There we go. So East Point. So East Point Sports wasn't in there, but we can put East Point. I guess we can put sports because that's not going to matter. It'll just skip by that term. So we can put East Point Sports portable tournament-sized tennis table with accessories. So that's a pretty good title. I don't know if we could cram much more in there, but once again, as long as you're making sure that you use key terms that are searchable, that's all we need. Because like the Fulton store, nobody's searching for that. And the 12 millimeter, when I'm searching for a table tennis, I'm not searching for 12 millimeter. As long as I know that it's tournament size, I'm going to be good to go. So just make sure you're putting terms in there that are actually reusable. Use this one down here. Copy that. So we'll put that into the product ID. That is the UPC code. So the manufacturer part number, that's actually going to be the model number. So manufacturer part number, we'll put that in there. Okay. So variations, we're not going to put any variations in there. That's obviously variations in color, size, things like that. So we're not going to do that. But what we are going to do is put this into our sourcing calculator to, I don't know why the about is on there. There we go. So we're going to grab that URL, copy that, put it into our sourcing calculator here to figure out exactly what the cost is going to be. So $149.99, free shipping. Let me see. I don't know why it's not pulling up the minimum and the maximum price. I think it's wanting us to put an ASIN number in there. I'm gonna have to figure out why that's doing that. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to go to the drop ship spreadsheet that we have, and so basically you guys will have access to this. If for some reason that's not pulling up, when you put in because on the old, when it was before the update here, we were able to put the source price in and the shipping cost, and it was able to calculate exactly what there it is. So maybe if you do that, I feel like it's needing a number in here for it to actually calculate the price. So if you want to just put ones, just make sure those all get changed when we actually list the product. But this is going to show you the minimum price and the maximum price. But I'll show you what I was going to do before. You guys will have access to this. You can type it into this spreadsheet, and it'll give you roughly about the same cost. So it's just taking, that's the source price plus shipping, if they're shipping, plus the tax, and then it's going to give you the minimum listing price and then the maximum listing price. So the minimum is 206. Obviously, we're going to want to go more than that. Normally, when I list a product, I'll go back to this here. Normally, when I list a product, I go in between. I don't normally go to the maximum price when I first create a new listing. I go about in between. So there's an $80 difference. So I'm going to go ahead and go about 246 is where I want that to be. You can throw in random number if you want, just to make it look different. But it doesn't matter. You can put any price in there. But just kind of go in between the minimum and the maximum price there. So then what I'm going to do is save image, table tennis 1, go to the next image, right click, save, table tennis 2, and I'm just saving these images so I can upload them into our images here. So table tennis 1. And you want to put as many pictures in there as our supplier has, because the more pictures that you have for an item and the better description and the better title you have for an item, that's all going to pay off down the road. So just make sure you do the extra work up front to make that listing just a little bit better, because it will pay off when we list this item. Because if you take time and just skip on all the details, it may not be as likely to be found. So all I did was grab the product description from here. Now what we're going to do is, doesn't look like there's many other points. Oh, here we go. So I'm just basically going to put these points into the bullet points, the product features up here. So pre-assembled in box. So do that. I'm going to put this one because it's kind of the same description, just on a different part of that. Because we only have 5 lines here, so sometimes we have to put some together because we only can do 5 lines, and it looks like there's 6 right here. So now I should be good. I'll put the rest of them on different lines. So add, and that one. It's pretty simple. I like creating listings because it's more of a challenge, and obviously you make more of a profit on these items than you do just piggybacking. All right, one more. All right. So you see there's only 5 there, and we can't add any more. Keywords, we really don't have much keywords to put in there. Shipping weight, I don't know if there's a shipping weight. It doesn't look like there's much other detail on that. You can kind of look in here. Yeah, see right here, 12 millimeter. That was in the description, and I didn't even know what that was, to be real honest, and I guess it's the playing surface thickness. So, I can't imagine people are searching for that. So add a product. You don't need any of that. Description, you got the images in there. Offer, I want to ship this. That's always what we're going to be. Unless we get into the FBA world, the fulfillment by Amazon, then it's always going to be this one. But you'll never click on the second one here. Just always make sure it's on that first one. Vital info. I mean, really, that's all we need for that. So I'm going to go ahead and save and finish. All right. So here's now where you grab this information and you upload it into eCom. So it says incomplete, but that's sometimes it just takes a little while to update. The image may take 10 to 15 minutes to update. It may even take longer, so I wouldn't freak out if that doesn't come up right away. So now we can add this into Ecom because we have the ASIN number and we have the SKU number. So we copy that ASIN number, we come back in here, we put that into the ASIN number, the SKU number. So when we generated a new listing for that, Amazon actually gave us a SKU number, so we are going to copy that, put that SKU number in there. It's very important to have the same SKU numbers on these items when you list them, because if Ecom has a different SKU number than Amazon does, then Ecom's not going to be able to identify that item, and therefore it's not going to check the inventory on that. So just make sure the ASIN, the SKU number is in there. We got the source price. This was, I have to go back, 246.01 is what we listed that as. Handling time is 5. Quantity is 12. Bundle quantity, that just basically means it's one table tennis being shipped. So and then the only other thing here, US dollars, this needs to be changed. So normally this pops up automatically as yes, and you can see right here, yes to add to Ecom and Amazon. So what that means is you're piggybacking off a listing. If the listing is already on Amazon and you're just, adding the product, or you're just piggybacking off the listing that's already been created, then you want that to be yes, because you will be adding that into Amazon and Ecom. But for now, we already created the listing in Amazon, so no, it does not need to be added to Amazon. It needs to be added to Ecom only. So we want to make sure that's no if we're creating a new listing, and yes if we are piggybacking off of the listing that's already been created in Amazon. So we'll just kind of go through here. That's the URL. We got the ASIN that was given to us right there. And then there's the SKU that was given to us. It goes right in there. Source price, what we sourced it for, what cost we sourced it for, and then everything else is good. Make sure that's no. And then what we do is add that to the bucket. That resets. And then, once again, if I was listing items, I'd still add a few more to the bucket before I actually listed them. Because just a reminder, Amazon only lets you add 10 listings per hour. But Ecom, the developer, developed a way to add them into this bucket. So then when we go to our bucket, then when we list these products, however many products are in there, that only counts as one product in Amazon. So that basically lets us list as many products as we can in an hour there. So I'm going to go ahead and list this, though, because that's all the listings I'm going to do for tonight. But that's how you list the product from scratch. And just remember, the title is very important, and make sure the ASIN and the SKU numbers are correct, and everything else, and you're good to go. Thanks, guys.